Hi everyone, I'm Rockin' Robin, and today I have a very special guest, my niece Leslie.
Hello.
She's joining us again. She's been with me in some other videos, and today I asked Leslie, what would you like to make? And she said
Caprese.
Right, so that's
Caprese.
So that's what we're going to be making today for you. And we're going to be getting our tomatoes fresh out of the garden along with some basil. So Leslie, are you ready to go gather our bounty?
Yes.
All right. All right, let's go, Leslie.
Okay, let's go.
Leslie, let's go ahead and grab a few tomatoes. I see a few ripe ones right in there. Oh, look at those. That's a beauty. All right, let's get, a couple ought to be plenty. Perfect. So now, Leslie, let's get us some nice fresh basil. You can see our nice big plant here. All right, so we're going to just grab some leaves and break them off.
Smells so good.
Yes, it does. So now that we have all of our tomatoes and basil and everything gathered in, we're going to start making this, and we're going to be making it two ways. Leslie, I want you to explain the first way that we're going to be making this and what ingredients we're going to need with the bread.
Okay, so the first way that we're going to make this is with the baguette. This is just sourdough.
Right.
And we're going to be using we're going to put some butter on the bread. We're going to be using the basil, the big tomatoes, the avocado, and the olive oil, balsamic, and then these larger pieces of mozzarella cheese. This was fresh mozzarella, we already drained the water. And then my aunt over here will tell you the second way that we're going to be making these.
All right, so our second way is we're going to be using these large toothpicks, and we're going to make little kebabs. So for the kebabs, we're going to be using some basil, we're going to be using cherry tomatoes, and then we're going to stick them on here, and we're going to use some mozzarella cheese. We're going to use the little balls here, and we're going to drizzle a little balsamic and olive oil on top of those. All right, so why don't we start with our bread version first? Okay. All right, so Leslie, go ahead. Let's start slicing our baguette.
Okay. I'll eat that piece.
Of course. You're Italian. You love your French bread.
Is that a good size?
I would go maybe just a little. That's pretty good.
That's good.
Maybe slightly thicker, but that's pretty darn good.
Thicker.
Slightly thicker. There you go. Perfect.
Not a very good knife. Just saying.
Not that sharp.
No.
Okay, so we've decided to do a few slices on the diagonal so that our pieces would be bigger. And this is just another option for you to cut your bread. All right. Let's do a couple more. Okay, that's good. Why don't we stop with that? Okay, so now I'm just going to place a little bit of butter on the bread and just give it a little coating. And we've decided, I think Leslie and I would like to try some with butter and some with olive oil. So Leslie, why don't you go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil on the little guys up there, and you can do a taste test and see which is actually better. And then we'll just broil these in the oven until they're nice and golden brown, get a little crispy. So I'm going to go ahead and place these in. Now I have it on the, not the highest rack, but just one down from the top. And we'll just keep an eye on those until they get nice and crispy. Okay, so we've got the first side is toasted, so I've been flipping these over so we can toast the other side. Then you have a nice crispy base to work with. So I just pulled the baguettes, the slices, out of the oven, and they're nice and crispy now. You can have a look at that. And Leslie's going to go ahead and start cutting up tomato and the mozzarella cheese. All right, so Leslie, now you've got your cheese. So go ahead and slice that for whatever size you think will fit on the bread.
It's not like the easiest thing to slice.
You're doing fine. You're doing great. So the last thing we want to prepare for this is the avocado. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Just going to cut it in half. Now probably the best way to do this is I'm going to cut this in half again, and then I'm going to make little slices like this. And we can trim them up so that they fit the bread however we need it. And I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm just going to peel off the skin. Anyway, so our slices are ready, and we can trim them to fit if we need to cut off a little bit of that. Leslie, you're ready to assemble.
Yes.
So go ahead and put those on the plate. Good. Now, what's the first thing that you're going to put on first?
I'm going to do cheese first.
Cheese first. Sounds good to me.
Need more cheese.
Now, you could, as an option, you could melt your cheese in the oven too, right?
Yeah.
As an option?
Yeah.
Or you can have it cold. It's served both ways. You're right, cutting the cheese is not that easy.
No.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
That looks really good over there.
It's gonna taste even better.
You betcha. You can't wait, right?
No.
All right, so now you're placing the basil on there. So like what, a couple leaves?
Yeah, just like 2 or 3. It just depends how much you like basil.
Right.
You could probably cut up the basil leaves too, but I like them.
That's right, you could. You could roll them up and like I've done many times in my videos, it's a technique called chiffonade.
Oh.
And you layer your leaves on top of each other, roll it up tight, and then you make thin slices and you get these nice ribbons of basil.
Yeah, that would be an option.
Wow, look at that. That looks fantastic. All right, so now that Leslie's got everything assembled, look at that beautiful avocado on top. It looks great. So now I have a little cap on here, not a little spout, that makes the olive oil come out nice and slow. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil. And Leslie's going to drizzle some balsamic, which this is really what makes it, just brings out the flavor, right? Especially that balsamic, I'm thinking. Okay, so now we're going to move into our kebabs, and then we'll do our taste test.
Yes.
So now we're ready to start our second version of
Caprese.
kebabs. All right, so let's start with our toothpick, right? And all right, Leslie, go ahead, explain.
Okay. So, I mean, you can do this however you want, but how we're gonna do it, we're just gonna put on the mozzarella.
Okay, mozzarella first.
And then I'm just gonna fold this in half, stick that on there.
So you want kind of a medium-sized leaf?
Yeah, medium or small. It depends how much you like basil.
Right.
And then stick through the tomato.
And there you go.
And then lay it on here.
How simple and easy that
we'll
is.
sprinkle after the
Okay,
balsamic.
let's do a couple more. Here's our kebabs. They're all done, and they look cute, Leslie. But now we're going to add some balsamic. We're going to drizzle a little bit over, just for a little flavor, a little sweetness. Look at that. Perfect.
That's pretty.
All right, we did it, Leslie. They're done.
They're beautiful.
And that was really easy. It wasn't hard at all, and it smells amazing. So now it's time for the taste test. Okay, Leslie, so you're going to tell us, though, remember, you're going to tell us which you prefer, if you can tell the difference between using olive oil on your bread or butter. So that means you get to do 2 taste tests.
Which ones did you put butter on?
Okay, so the little guys have the olive oil and the big guys have the butter.
Okay.
And I'm going to try one of the kebabs.
Okay. This is so good.
Is it really? Is it just scrumptious? You're in heaven? All right, I'm going to try my kebab.
Good, right?
We're going to eat them all. Okay, so Leslie, that first bite was really good, right? Okay, you like that avocado in there?
Yes.
Awesome. And I love my kebabs. They were delicious. Okay, so now Leslie's going to go ahead and try the baguette with a little butter. Hang on tight. You like that bread nice and crispy? Mm-hmm. So we're going to find out the answer of which she prefers in just a minute. As soon as she finishes chewing.
I can't tell the difference.
Really?
They're both good.
You can't tell the difference. So either way, you guys, butter or olive oil, whatever you prefer. Well, thanks for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed it today. We certainly enjoyed making it for you. We had a good time today. So anyway, be sure and subscribe to my channel by clicking that link right above Leslie's head over there. And leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think about this recipe. And if you have any ideas for Caprese. I'll get it right. I'll get it right one of these days. She's Italian, I'm not. So, so anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure and head on over to my website at cookingmexicanrecipes.com. I have some Mexican recipes over there for you to check out. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
I don't think I can keep a straight face with her back there.
You're not even saying anything.
All right, what are you doing? Try the Caprese.
You have to dance with me. Rockin' Robin. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Rockin' Robin. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See?
I am Rockin' Robin from cookingmexicanrecipes.com. Today we've got our cowboy hats on and we're making some crazy cowboy cookies. Now I have Leslie, my niece, here joining me today.